a nice feeling when people think of you as a prospect coming in and someone who can make an impact. That gives me a lot of confidence, knowing that I'm coming in and have an expectation, or people expect me to do well, and so I try to live by that expectation.
It only really is something that you can pride yourself in for the end of the college season to the beginning of the pro season. Now that we're at Philadelphia, it's kind of like, well, yeah, he's a prospect, but now he's got to prove himself all over again. So, as much as it did mean, hearing that term and being associated with it, kind of means a lot less once you're on a team. You got to reprove yourself. It's tough because I think you got to try mentally and physically, just prepare yourself to be taken anywhere across the country in Canada. And I think you're so much more focused on, what, I'm happy, it's out of my hands now, and I'll go wherever I have to just to play. And you're so much more focused on that as opposed to, maybe I can end up with Josh or a teammate or something.
CJ, saying everyone is here to leave a mark. You got to be your own person, and I that has stuck with me because we're all here for the same purpose, to play and to do well. But sometimes you can buy into the identity of the collective identity that you lose so much of who you are. And I think staying true to who you are, knowing your strengths and weaknesses, and using that to your advantage, it's a great way to approach this life that we have. And so I think that piece of advice that he just said that generally, but really stuck with me, and that's something that moving forward I really truly try to live by.
I think one of the biggest things for me is one of the concepts that the older guys try to stress is just play simple, don't try and do too much, kind of a thing, and don't try and change the way you play because you're in a new environment or you're with a new team or you're trying to impress a new coach. I think one of the things that I've tried to focus on is just there's a reason I've gotten to this point. I think changing something at this point is kind of counterproductive. So the biggest thing for me is just trying to not change too much and keep things pretty simple and let the game come to me, kind of a thing.